What does it really take to be happy? It's a simple question, but maybe the most important one we ever ask. We chase happiness in jobs, relationships, and possessions, always searching for that perfect moment. But what if happiness isn't a destination or something we can own? What if it's something we build from the inside out? Let's find out together. We live in a world that sells us a very specific idea of happiness. It's a picture-perfect image. It's a constant smile, a life without problems, and a stream of exciting experiences. Social media is filled with it. We scroll through feeds of perfect vacations, happy couples, and successful careers. Everyone seems to be living their best life, all the time. This creates an enormous pressure to feel happy in the same way. We start to believe that if we are not feeling joyful and positive every single moment, there must be something wrong with us. This is the happiness trap, and it's very easy to fall into. The trap is built on a simple but powerful myth. Happiness is the absence of negative feelings. We are led to believe that feelings like sadness, anger, and anxiety are enemies to be defeated. We are told to think positive and just be happy. While the intention might be good, this advice is often unhelpful and even damaging. It teaches us to suppress our real emotions. It makes us feel guilty for feeling down. When we inevitably experience a difficult day or a painful emotion, we feel like we have failed at being happy. We feel isolated, believing we are the only ones who are struggling behind the smiling facade. This constant chase for a state of perfect, uninterrupted bliss is exhausting. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You can do it for a little while, but it takes a lot of effort. Eventually your arms get tired and the ball will shoot up to the surface with even more force. Our negative emotions are the same. When we try to push them down and ignore them, they don't just disappear. They often come back stronger, in the form of stress, anxiety, or even depression. We spend so much energy avoiding discomfort that we have no energy left to build genuine contentment. The truth is, a happy life is not a life without problems. It is a life where we have the skills and the strength to deal with our problems. A rich and meaningful life includes the full spectrum of human emotions. It includes joy and sadness, success and failure, confidence and doubt. Trying to live a life with only the good emotions is like trying to listen to a song with only the high notes. You would miss the depth, the richness, and the beauty of the whole composition. It is time to escape the happiness trap and learn to embrace the full, messy, and beautiful reality of our emotional world. This is not going to be another article that gives you 5 easy steps to instant happiness. I am not here to sell you a fantasy. I am not going to tell you to just think positive and everything will be fine. Life is more complicated than that. You know it and I know it. Instead, I want to have a different kind of conversation with you. A real conversation, an honest one. We are going to talk about the things that people don't usually say when they talk about happiness. We are going to look at the uncomfortable truths that lie beneath the surface of all the cheerful advice. This conversation requires courage. It requires you to be open to ideas that might challenge what you have always believed. It might make you feel a little uncomfortable at times, and that's okay. Discomfort is often the first sign of growth. It means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone and looking at things from a new perspective. We are going to peel back the layers of wishful thinking and get to the core of what it truly means to build a life of meaning, purpose, and deep, lasting satisfaction. This is not about finding a quick fix, it's about building a solid foundation. Think of this as a conversation with a trusted friend, a friend who cares enough to tell you the truth, even when it's hard to hear. A friend who won't just tell you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. We're going to talk about why chasing pleasure often leads to emptiness. We are going to discuss why your happiness is your responsibility, and no one else's. And we are going to explore the surprising and powerful role that pain and struggle play in creating a truly fulfilling life. These are not popular ideas, but they are powerful ones. My goal is not to give you all the answers. My goal is to help you ask better questions. I want to empower you to find your own answers, ones that are true for you and your unique journey. True happiness is not a one-size-fits-all formula. It is a personal path that each of us must walk for ourselves. This conversation is meant to be your guide. It will provide you with a map and a compass, but you are the one who must take the steps. Are you ready to have a real conversation about happiness? Are you ready to hear the truths that can set you free? We are all drawn to easy answers. It's human nature. We want the simplest, fastest solution to our problems. When it comes to happiness, the world is full of promises for quick fixes. Buy this product and you'll be happy. Follow this one weird trick, and all your worries will disappear. Repeat this affirmation 10 times, and you'll attract success. These promises are tempting because they offer a shortcut. They suggest that we can achieve deep, lasting happiness with minimal effort. They tell us we don't need to change our lives, our habits, or ourselves in any meaningful way. But here is the hard truth. Easy answers don't work for complex problems, and building a happy life is a complex endeavor. These quick fixes are like putting a small bandage on a deep wound. It might cover up the problem for a little while. It might make you feel better for a moment, but it doesn't heal the underlying issue. The wound is still there, and if left untreated, it can get worse. Chasing easy answers is a distraction. It keeps us focused on superficial solutions while preventing us from doing the real work that is necessary for genuine growth and well-being. Think about anything truly valuable that you have achieved in your life. Did it come easily? Did you build a strong relationship without effort and communication? Did you learn a new skill without practice and persistence? Did you achieve a career goal without dedication and hard work? Of course not. Anything of value requires investment. It requires time, energy, and a willingness to face challenges. Why would we think that happiness, the most valuable pursuit of all, would be any different? The belief that we can find lasting happiness without effort is perhaps the greatest myth of all. The reality is that the path to a genuinely happy life is not easy. It involves taking responsibility for your choices. It involves facing your fears and insecurities. It involves learning to be with uncomfortable emotions instead of running away from them. It involves building discipline, resilience, and compassion. This is the real work. It is not glamorous, and it is not quick. But unlike the empty promises of easy answers, this work actually leads to something real and sustainable. It leads to a strength and contentment that comes from within, not from external circumstances. It's time to stop looking for the easy way out and start building something that lasts. So, where do we go from here? We have asked the big question. We have seen the traps and the misleading promises. We have agreed to have an honest conversation. Now, our journey truly begins. I want you to think of the rest of this essay not as a lecture, but as an expedition. We are going to travel through different territories of the mind and heart. We will explore the myths we have been told about happiness, and we will dismantle them one by one. This is the first step, clearing the ground so we can build something new and strong in its place. This journey will be structured in a series of acts, like a play. In Act 1, we will be detectives, exposing the common myths that hold us back. We will look at why money, success, and even constant positivity are not the reliable sources of happiness we think they are. In Act 2, we will step into the role of the architect. This is where we confront the powerful and sometimes scary truth of personal responsibility. We will learn why blaming the world for our problems is a dead end, and how taking ownership of our lives is the key to building our own joy. In the acts that follow, our journey will take us into even deeper territory. We will become explorers, navigating the difficult landscape of pain and growth. We will discover how our greatest struggles can become our greatest strengths. We will see that avoiding pain is avoiding life itself. Finally, we will become philosophers, questioning the very nature of pleasure. We will learn the crucial difference between the fleeting high of pleasure and the deep, abiding satisfaction that comes from a life of purpose, connection, and meaning. Each act builds on the last, taking us closer to a more profound understanding of happiness. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. It requires an open mind and a willing spirit. But I promise you this, if you walk this path with me, you will not end up in the same place you started. You will have a new map for navigating your life. You will have a new set of tools for building your own well-being. And you will have a new understanding of what it means to be truly, authentically, and resiliently happy. The journey ahead may be challenging, but it is also the most rewarding one you will ever take. Let's take the first step together. We all tell ourselves a story about happiness. I'll be happy when we get the promotion, lose the weight, or reach that next milestone. But this is a myth called arrival fallacy. Happiness isn't a future event. It's a present moment practice. Find joy and meaning in the life you have right now. The power to be happy exists within you, in this moment. We're taught that more money means more happiness. Movies, music, and society all tell us wealth is the answer. But research shows, once our basic needs are met, more money doesn't add much joy. Chasing wealth can distract us from what truly matters, our health, relationships, and passions. The best things in life aren't things at all, but deep connections, meaningful work, and peace, things money can't buy. We're taught that happiness comes from reaching the top, winning awards, getting recognition, being the best. But when we finally arrive, the feeling is often emptiness, not fulfillment. The applause fades, and we're left searching for meaning. True fulfillment comes from the journey, the lessons, the growth, and the people we share it with. Happiness is found in the climbing, not just at the summit. In our digitally curated world, we are constantly bombarded with images of perfection. Perfect bodies, perfect homes, perfect relationships, perfect children. Social media acts as a highlight reel of everyone else's life, showing only the most beautiful and successful moments. It's easy to look at these images and feel like our own lives are messy, chaotic, and flawed in comparison. This creates the myth of perfection, the belief that happiness is only possible if we can achieve a flawless life. We start to believe that we need to eliminate all our imperfections and solve all our problems before we can deserve to be happy. This pursuit of perfection is a recipe for misery. It's a game that you can never win, because perfection does not exist. Life is, by its very nature, imperfect. Humans are imperfect. We make mistakes. We have bad days. We have insecurities and weaknesses. Trying to be perfect is like trying to stop the ocean waves. It's a constant, exhausting battle against reality. It leads to chronic self-criticism, anxiety, and a paralyzing fear of failure. If you believe you must be perfect, you become afraid to try new things because you might not be good at them right away. You hide your true self from others, afraid they will see your flaws. The pressure to be perfect also damages our relationships. When we expect perfection from ourselves, we often start expecting it from others too. We become intolerant of the mistakes and imperfections of our partners, our friends, and our family. We create unrealistic standards that no one can meet, leading to disappointment and conflict. We forget that it is often our quirks, vulnerabilities, and shared struggles that connect us to others on a deeper level. True intimacy is not about finding a perfect person, it is about loving and accepting an imperfect person perfectly. It is about being able to say, I see your flaws and I love you anyway. The antidote to the myth of perfection is self-compassion. It's the practice of treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. It's about accepting that you are a work in progress. It's about embracing your imperfections as part of what makes you unique and human. Like the Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold, our flaws and broken pieces can become sources of strength and beauty. It is time to let go of the impossible standard of perfection and embrace the messy, beautiful, imperfect reality of your life. That is where true freedom and happiness are found. We're told to always be positive. Good vibes only, just smile, don't be negative. But this pressure, called toxic positivity, denies our real feelings. We hide behind fake smiles, feeling alone even in a crowd. Ignoring emotions is like turning off a smoke alarm while the fire still burns. True strength is embracing every emotion, joy, sadness, doubt, and hope. Let's reject the tyranny of the constant smile and embrace our full humanity. We're told from childhood that someone else will make us happy, a partner, a friend, even a child. But no one else can fill that role for you. Expecting others to complete us leads to disappointment and emotional dependency. True happiness starts within. When you take responsibility for your own joy, you can share it with others. After clearing away the rubble of the myths we've been sold, we arrive at a place that can feel both terrifying and liberating. We stand before a mirror, not one that shows our face, but our choices and beliefs. The hardest truth, Your happiness is your responsibility. No one else is coming to save you. The power to build a meaningful life rests in your hands. It's not about blame, it's about empowerment. When you take the driver's seat, you choose your direction, no matter the road ahead. The blame game is tempting. It lets us feel like innocent victims and offers quick relief. But blaming others keeps us powerless, waiting for them to change so we can be happy. In reality, it's a prison built from resentment. Growth comes when we look inward, ask what we can learn and take back our power. Your happiness is too important to leave in someone else's hands. Your life is shaped by your choices. While you can't control your circumstances, you can choose how you respond. Every day you decide what to focus on, how to act, and how to interpret events. Taking responsibility means recognizing you're the author of your story. Your happiness isn't luck, it's a matter of choice. When you stop blaming others and start acknowledging the power of your own choices, something magical happens. You transition from a victim mindset to a creator mindset. A person with a victim mindset believes that life happens to them. They see the world as a hostile place full of obstacles and unfairness. They feel powerless, helpless, and at the mercy of external forces. Their language is filled with phrases like "I can't," "it's not my fault," and "if only." This mindset, while protecting them from blame, also traps them in a cycle of suffering and stagnation. They're passive observers of their own lives. A person with a creator mindset, on the other hand, believes that life happens by them. They see challenges not as roadblocks but as opportunities for growth. They understand that while they can't control everything that happens in the world, they have complete control over their own response. They take 100% ownership of their thoughts, their feelings, and their actions. Their language is filled with phrases like, "I can," "I will find a way," and "what can I do about this?" They're not naive optimists, they're empowered realists. They're the active designers of their own experience. This shift from victim to creator is the ultimate act of taking responsibility. It's the moment you stop waiting for the world to give you what you want and start creating it for yourself. If you're unhappy in your job, the victim complains about the boss and the company. The creator starts looking for a new job, develops new skills, or finds a way to bring more meaning to their current role. If you're lonely, the victim blames others for not reaching out. The creator takes the initiative to join a club, call an old friend, or start a conversation with a stranger. The creator doesn't wait for things to get better, they make them better. Embracing the creator mindset is incredibly freeing. It means you're no longer dependent on the validation or permission of others to pursue your happiness. You have the power to define your own values, set your own goals, and build a life that aligns with them. It means that no matter how difficult your circumstances, you always have a choice. You can choose your attitude, you can choose your focus, you can choose to learn and grow. This is the essence of true freedom. It's the realization that your happiness is not something you find, but something you build, one intentional choice at a time. Taking responsibility for your happiness means you have to become an architect. You can't build a strong, lasting structure on a weak or non-existent foundation. Your inner foundation is your sense of self, your values, your resilience, and your emotional intelligence. For too long we've been taught to build our sense of happiness on external things, our jobs, our relationships, our possessions, but these things are like building a house on sand. When the storms of life come, and they always do, these external supports can be washed away, leaving us with nothing. Building an inner foundation is about creating a source of strength and stability that comes from within. This process starts with self-awareness. You have to get to know yourself on a deep level. What are your core values? What truly matters to you in life beyond the expectations of society? What are your strengths and your weaknesses? What are your emotional triggers? What stories do you tell yourself about who you are and what you are capable of? This isn't a one-time exercise. It's an ongoing practice of introspection, journaling, meditation, or talking with a trusted friend or therapist. It's about becoming an expert on the one person you'll spend the rest of your life with, yourself. Once you know yourself better, you can begin to build resilience. Resilience isn't about being tough and unaffected by life's challenges. It's the ability to bend without breaking. It's the ability to experience pain, grief, and failure, and then to bounce back, maybe even stronger than before. You build resilience by facing small discomforts instead of avoiding them. You build it by learning to regulate your emotions instead of being controlled by them. You build it by practicing self-compassion when you fail, and by celebrating your small victories along the way. Your resilience is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Building this inner foundation is the ultimate act of taking responsibility for your well-being. It means you're no longer looking for a partner to complete you, a job to validate you, or a possession to distract you. You're cultivating a sense of wholeness and contentment that's independent of your external circumstances. When your happiness is built on this solid inner foundation, you become unshakable. You can still enjoy the beautiful things in the external world, but you no longer need them to feel worthy or happy. Your sense of peace comes from a place deep within you, a place that no one can ever take away. At first, being responsible for your own happiness can feel heavy and lonely. But if you push through, you'll find freedom on the other side. Responsibility isn't a burden, it's your ticket to liberation. You're no longer chained to your past or waiting for others to change. This is the ultimate power to create your own joy, no matter what's happening around you. The moment you accept this, you become truly free. We all crave comfort, safety, ease, predictability. Our world is built to deliver it. But too much comfort can quietly shrink our lives. The comfort zone feels safe, but it can become a cage where nothing remarkable happens. True growth and happiness are found just beyond what feels comfortable. Step out. The most beautiful growth begins at the edge of comfort. We often treat pain as the enemy, something to numb or avoid. But pain is not the problem, it's a messenger, alerting us to what needs attention. Like an alarm, pain protects us from greater harm, whether physical or emotional. Loneliness, regret, anxiety, these feelings point to what needs care. Instead of silencing pain, listen to its message. That's the first step toward healing. To build strength, you need resistance. We lift weights, run up hills, and push our muscles to grow stronger. But the same is true for our minds and character. Life's challenges are the weights for your soul. They build resilience. Embrace resistance, not as a setback, but as the force that makes you unshakable. Society tells us to hide our scars, but they're not marks of weakness. They're proof of survival. Each scar, whether physical or emotional, tells a story. You faced hardship and healed. Like kintsugi, the Japanese art of repairing pottery with gold, our scars can become our most beautiful features. Embracing your scars means owning your story, not as shame, but as strength. When you show your healed wounds, you invite others to do the same, creating real connection. Your scars are medals of honor, unique, powerful, and deeply human. The pain you've endured can become your greatest gift, if you have the courage to own it. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the ultimate act of courage. Dropping your emotional armor lets you connect, love, and truly belong. It's the risk of being seen, asking for help, or admitting mistakes. When you numb pain, you numb joy too. Real happiness requires feeling it all. Start small, share honestly, apologize, ask for support. Each act of vulnerability builds strength and deepens connection. Authentic happiness is found when you choose to be real, not perfect. Pain isn't just something to survive, it's an invitation to grow. Struggles can transform you, building strength, wisdom, and compassion. This is post-traumatic growth, finding meaning and new possibilities after hardship. Growth isn't automatic, it's a choice to engage, learn, and change. Next time you're in pain, remember, this is your opportunity to evolve. Don't waste your pain, let it teach you. The person you become through struggle is your greatest reward. Chasing pleasure is like running on a treadmill. You never arrive. The hedonic treadmill means we quickly adapt to new highs, always wanting more. Pleasure fades and we're left searching for the next fix. This endless chase leads to exhaustion, not happiness. True well-being isn't found in fleeting highs, but in deeper, lasting fulfillment. Step off the treadmill, seek meaning, not just momentary pleasure. Real happiness is about more than just feeling good. Not all pleasures are equal. Cheap highs are easy, addictive, and empty. Scrolling, binging, or shopping offer quick dopamine, but leave us hollow. These habits become default escapes from discomfort, weakening our inner resilience. A life built on cheap highs is fragile, unable to weather real storms. Instead, pursue quality pleasures, meaningful conversations, nature, creativity, service. These take effort, but bring deeper, lasting satisfaction and purpose. Build your happiness on a foundation that endures. We chase pleasure, thinking more will make us happy. But the more we get, the more we want, leaving us stressed, comparing, and never satisfied. Possessions can end up possessing us, demanding our time and energy. Pleasure is fleeting. Fulfillment comes from meaning, not things. True richness is found within. Ask yourself, what is this all for? Pleasure is immediate, loud, and fleeting, like the taste of chocolate or the thrill of a roller coaster. Joy is quieter, deeper, and comes from within. It's found in genuine connection, acts of kindness, and moments of meaning. While pleasure fades, joy endures, even in tough times. Seek joy and your life will feel truly full. If the chase for pleasure leaves us empty, what leads to lasting fulfillment? The answer is purpose. Purpose is your why, your reason for getting out of bed beyond a paycheck. It's a compass for your soul, giving direction and meaning. While pleasure is fleeting, purpose is a lifelong journey. It helps you make decisions and prioritize what matters. Living with purpose is the ultimate way to step off the hedonic treadmill and find fulfillment. The deepest and most lasting source of fulfillment is connection. We're wired for belonging. Our happiness and health depend on strong, supportive relationships. It's not about money or fame, but the quality of our bonds with family, friends, and community. Nurture your relationships. They are the true path to happiness and a flourishing life. Our journey began with a simple question. What does it really take to be happy? We learned happiness isn't found in perfection, comfort, or chasing pleasure, but in embracing truth, taking responsibility, and growing through challenge. True freedom comes not from a life without problems, but from knowing we have the inner strength to face whatever comes. The truths we've uncovered are not a destination, but a compass for your ongoing journey home to your most authentic self. Knowledge is only potential power. Action is where true transformation happens. Make your happiness your responsibility. Write it down, keep it visible. Embrace discomfort even in small ways to build resilience. Notice what truly brings you joy, and invest in those moments. Most importantly, nurture your closest relationships. This is the most rewarding work you will ever do. Our time together is ending, but your real journey is just beginning. The path to an authentically happy life isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. You'll revisit these truths again and again, each time with a deeper level of understanding. There will be days when you fall back into old patterns, when you play the blame game, run from pain, or get stuck on the pleasure treadmill. This is not a sign of failure, it's a sign of being human. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. The key is to approach yourself with compassion, to gently pick yourself up, and to reorient your compass toward the path you've chosen. This path requires a different kind of courage. It's not the flashy courage of a hero in a movie. It is the quiet, daily courage to be honest with yourself. It's the courage to feel your emotions fully, even the painful ones. It's the courage to take responsibility when it would be easier to make excuses. It's the courage to choose the meaningful path over the easy one. It's the courage to be vulnerable, to love deeply, and to connect authentically, in a world that often encourages us to build walls around our hearts. This quiet courage is the engine of a well-lived life. Embracing these harsh truths will change you. You'll stop asking the world to make you happy and start bringing your own happiness to the world. You'll find strength in your scars, wisdom in your struggles, and purpose in your pain. You'll discover a sense of peace that isn't dependent on your circumstances, a quiet joy that comes from within. You'll no longer be a fragile vessel, tossed about by the waves of life, but a sturdy ship with a strong anchor and a clear destination, capable of navigating any storm. This is the promise not of an easy life, but of a deeply fulfilling one. So go forward from this day with a new understanding. The pursuit of happiness isn't a chase for a fleeting feeling, but the brave and beautiful process of building a life of meaning, connection, and resilience. It is the work of a lifetime, and it is the most important work you will ever do. Embrace the struggle. Welcome the growth. Choose the path of truth even when it's hard. For in doing so, you will not just find happiness, you will become it. You will become a source of light and strength not only for yourself but for everyone lucky enough to walk alongside you. The journey starts now.